Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about Russia and Ukraine conflict. Recently the Indian government is confused to which side it should be. That is Ukraine or Russia. Russia is an old friend of India, whereas the Ukraine has large resources of gas, natural gases. So the main reason why the Russia has declared a war on Ukraine is many, not only one. The time goes back when 1991, where USSR was partitioned and it is seen as many states. Now, here we have Ukraine, which is surrounded by Belarus, Poland, and Hungary, Slovenia, many other nations, and it is also having a border with Black Sea. As it is near Black Sea and it is a bordering Black Sea, we have even natural gases in Ukraine. So, the natural gases from Ukraine is directly sold to Europe, either through this way or through Black Sea. So, and Russia is also having interest on these natural resources, and Russia feels insecure that all the natural gases will go to Europe and it will not be available to Russia. So, it captured Crimea in 2014, and in 2014 we can see from G8 it became to G7, that is Russia was removed from G8 nations. Now the main story goes where these Ukraine we have a part called as Donetsk and Luhansk. Both are now called as Donbas region. Here the people are Russian separatists. That is, they are born in Russia and their origination lies in Russia. So when the country was even after country separated, it became an independent nation. Their thought is still in Russia's united. They want to be a part of Russia. So even after even after the Russian soldiers are fighting here, the Russian separatists are they do not want Ukraine to be a part of it. They want to be part of Russia. This is one of the reasons. And no, the Russia, if you see, does not want Ukraine to participate in NATO. That is not Atlantic Treaty Organization, which supports the American. Most of the countries, most of the countries are part of NATO, supports America, and there is something called as the statement, which says in NATO agreement that if any one of the country faces any warship or hardship, then the America will fight for them. So that is the reason why Ukraine also wanted to be part of NATO. But the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, does not want it to be. He wanted Ukraine to be independent and does not want any relation with NATO because Russia and America, as we always know, they want to always prove their hegemonies. Russia always wants to be superior over America, and America wants to be superior over Russia. Now, this Crimea, if you see, we have here Sea of Azov, and here we have Kerch, and here we have Crimea. The Russia captured Crimea here, which is very near. So it is one of the connecting point. Russia's connecting point, Black Sea, is connected to the Crimea, so it was easy to capture. And also now it wants to provoke it provocated the people of Donbas region. So where the Donbas region are fighting with the Ukrainian military people. Whereas the world knows that Russia soldiers are fighting with the Ukraine region, whereas it is opposite. And also the gas, if we see, The gas is, if you see here, Russia exactly lies in the heart of Europe, not in Russia. Almost all the parts of the country of Ukraine are lies in the Europe. So, even the Europe people want this Ukraine to be part of in NATO, because if Ukraine is a rich source of natural gas, so if Ukraine becomes a part of NATO, it is easy for them to cut off taxes and take the natural gas resources. Whereas Russia does not want this to happen. And it is said that a 13,000 civilians has almost died till now because of this war, and 4,100 Ukraine troops have died, and 650 pro-Russian separatists have died in this war. Even during Biden campaign, he pointed out Russia that it had interfered in their elections and also made solar wind war and many. He also blamed Russia for many disturbances in the US. So he said if there is any conflict, he will not leave Russia. So these are the main reasons why we have this, and that is the main reason of Ukraine and Russia's fight. Now we also know that Russia and Ukraine has cultural ties because of the old nations. They were in 1991 till 1991 they were united. So it has even cultural ties with Russia. Most of the Russian Russian separatist people are also settled at the borders of Ukraine and Russia. So that is also one of the conflict. And now, if we see, there are five factors which shapes India's perspective on the geopolitics of Central Europe. That is, Russia's claim for a border sphere of influence has no takers in Central Europe, as Russia is very superior power. No other country wants to be against it. And Russia has interest in Central Europe. So it cannot enforce a influence against the will of its members. So NATO is the only option for the Europe countries where it's having an independent option. So it will help the Central Europe people. And because of the politics, they'll be part of Western influence, which Russia does not want it. So these are the main reasons why there is a conflict. So that's all for today, friends. If you like it, please share it with your friends and subscribe. Thank you.